Captains, welcome. I am your gracious and grateful host, USS Endeavor. I'm bringing you a match in a pretty rare ship that you don't see very much on the high seas, and that's the Huanghe. And a lot of it is because we didn't have a cruiser commander like this guy, Chen Shao Quan, or Shao Kahn, however you want to say it. Here are my inspirations and my perks, which greatly help this ship because of its unique crawling smoke generator. It's not a standalone smoke that everybody's used to, and it's not a smoke generator like the Italians use. It's a crawling smoke. It disperses for a pretty long time, doesn't last very long, but allows you to move at around a quarter speed in order to not stand still, technically still move, and stay concealed. However, one of the biggest reasons why you need it is the armor, which is, well, for all intents and purposes, might as well not even be there. It's extremely fragile. It's extremely squishy, and it can't bounce much of anything. Has a pretty raised citadel, and the citadel itself is pretty weak. So don't get hit in this boat is pretty much what I'm getting at. And that's why you probably don't see this ship very much out there. Probably for the other reason that I mentioned before, it just didn't have a cruiser commander until we just got it. So let's check it out and see how it works in a real live match. So we are on the Atlantic on probably the most boring game mode in the game, Capture the Base. But I'm not alone. I have my division mates USS Rooster in the T-61 and USS Rogue in the California. And they're going to support me on this far side. We do have a carrier in the match, and that's going to come in awfully handy. So here we go.
Battle starts.
What do I think of this ship? The Huanghe is not a bad ship. It can be a lot of fun. It has a lot of utility, a lot of ways in which you can build her. More so now that we have a cruiser commander that helps and makes the strengths of this ship a little bit better. With the main perk of Shao Quan being that when you're concealed in smoke, you do take less damage. And so that's obviously a perk. And it also has semi-decent AA, as you're gonna see in this match. I'm not gonna spoil how many planes I shoot down, but let's just say it was more than I thought this ship could shoot. And speaking of the planes, here they come. Spotted courtesy of my destroyer. So now we're going to pop the smoke, crawling smoke, and you can see just how long it lasts, about 1 minute and 30 seconds. But I got to be at a quarter speed, otherwise I'll drive right out of it, and I'll be spotted, not spotted, spotted, not spotted, spotted, not spotted. And with the help of my battleship behind me, which is a really good AA boat for tier 5, we're able to pretty much shred all these planes before the Sirov can actually even launch anything. So that's quite hilarious. I believe the rating on the Huanghe for my particular build is around the rating 62, which is, for this tier, for a cruiser, not bad. So again, not going to spoil how many planes I shoot down, but just kind of keep an eye in the upper right-hand corner, and by the end of the match, you'll see what I mean. Obviously, you need a lot of attention in order to get that. And so, yeah. So I'm cruising right out of my smoke, kind of like what I talked about, because our destroyer has been out in front and hasn't spotted anything. And so now we're kind of wondering, is there anything even over here that's even pushing this side? And they're not. So the Emerald gets popped right there, and I ask my battleship captain behind me, who's on my team, hey, think you can do something about this guy? And here comes his shots, and yeah, he can. So Bye, Emerald. That was a quick game for you. Sorry about that. So we're moving on, and the Magazine is really the only thing I can see. They don't really have much of an excuse for not knowing that we're over here. We have been spotted by the planes. I'm spotted again. And yet they're not really pushing the advantage over here. They're leaving this side open for all of us to kind of keep pushing. Now, there are some shells coming in, and that's from the Legionnaire, who is taking some shots at us, but is not hitting us. And there's the Icarus that's spotted on the far end of the map, and our T-61 is like, okay, I'm going to go mid, make sure nothing is going to come over this side, because we pretty much ruled out the possibility of anything pushing this side unless they went far, far on the left, which I guess is still a possibility. But after seeing all of the ships and counting them all on the red team, they're not over there. So everything on the Reds is pushing towards their left side. They've kind of left their destroyer mid by himself. They're not really pushing that, and all of our ships are surrounding that destroyer right now, and that destroyer is not long for this world. And our California seemed to think that something was on our base, but he's not correct at the moment. He saw torpedoes coming from that side, and he thought it was from another destroyer, but alas, that's not the case. So we're going to continue to move up because they're leaving it open, and that's a mistake from the Reds. You need to keep all of your, for lack of a better term, bases covered, and in this case, you need your base covered on both sides. And the carrier who knows we're over here, instead of continuing to pester us, I guess because he's lost several planes and he just doesn't want to lose them anymore, decides to go and try to pester somebody else. But in doing so, again, it allows us to continue to push up. So knowing that at this point the biggest threat to our destroyer is the carrier itself, we got to take care of this carrier. They've left him alone. They've left the carrier vulnerable. It's a Serov. It's a really good carrier for this tier. And myself and my division mate, having above average AA, are equipped to deal with it. I can shoot these red ships. I'm choosing not to, again, because I don't want to expose myself. And I also don't want them to realize that we're a threat over here, because then they're just going to turn around and come back. But if you look at the map, they're all clumped into pretty much what Tebow calls the black hole. And I don't know why it happens, but you see it all the time. Sometimes you're on the team that it happens to, and sometimes you're facing the team that it occurs. They are really strong in that one spot, but as you're going to see, being strong in one spot on the map is not enough. You need to spread your forces, and you need to have broadsides to shoot at. And when you're clumped up like that, you're not going to get that. The carrier spots me for the first time in a while. I've actually been able to get away and cross their entire midway point to the point where I'm right adjacent to their base. And now that I'm spotted, everybody else realizes that we're a threat. Meanwhile, we also have something that has gotten onto our base, so our base is being capped. I'm not equipped to go and deal with it. There's the destroyer that is on there, and our team is just simply going to have to take them out. There I take out 5 more planes, make that 6, make that 7, make that 8, make that 9. Oh, man. That's crazy. So now we're at 13 planes shot down. Again, keep an eye on that. Our ship does a really good job of taking care of the planes, and we also dodge his drops too, which makes it just even more hilarious. Here we are, we're broadside to his skip bombs, which I'm very aware of his skip bombs. So now I turn in. He can't adjust it. He's coming down for his drop, and he drops his skip bombs, and they just kind of whiff right by us. So that's a wasted shot for the Serov. And we're going to keep pushing. And eventually, now you see the Reds have broken up, and now they're starting to make their way back here. And I'm like, oh boy. What you didn't see earlier is our battleship captain, who did a really good job of taking care of the Leglicionaire. And in doing that, that was one of the biggest threats to me, as it has the speed to catch up to me. The Oklahoma now is getting pretty close, and I don't like that, especially with the carrier being able to spot me at will. So now I smoke up. Yes, I lose sight of the carrier, but I also am able to not be spotted by the carrier and the planes. I'm not shooting any down because I can't see them, but it allows my battleship captain to whittle down this Oklahoma and take him out. And he gets a good shot in, almost kills the Oklahoma. And looking back on this, I feel kind of bad, but my first salvo immediately sets a fire. And unfortunately, all that hard work, I end up yanking the kill. So, yeah, I'm a kill stealer, or some people would call it a kill secure. The Serov finally decides, you know what, I'm not going to stay on the back line. And there we pick up our clear sky. So another 6 planes shot down, make that 7. And it's a little too late. The Serov is finally moving, but we switch to AP. And you're going to see just how effective this is against broadside Serov. Is pretty close. And we're going to get multiple citadels every salvo. And it's just too late for the Serov. The team left him alone. He backlined this entire time and allowed us to get close enough to do that. So, apologies for that. Sorry, not sorry at the same time. More planes shot down, and we are... My goodness, dude. We're at, how many planes now? 32 planes shot down. And now we have our destroyer still. Our team did a good job of getting the enemy destroyer off of our cap. Our entire division is still alive, and there's the power of a well-played division that communicates and does well. So some people call it unfair that there are divisions in games where people can't be in divisions, but it's just part of the game. I've been on the receiving end, but it's also nice to be on the side where you have good teammates. It makes the game fun. And in this ship particularly, you have to have support and you have to have good teammates. Otherwise, the ship gets focused way too much and can get taken down rather quickly. For reasons that I don't know, they don't focus me yet again. And our battleship is just going to keep whittling down. He does have a high caliber for all of his well efforts, and he is going to mop up this Mackinson. And our destroyer on my team is torping another battleship over by where he is. And so overall, I have a great team. And sometimes you're on the good team, and sometimes you're not. We have a lot of fun playing this game. We had a lot of fun playing together. We do well communicating, and this was just a really good showcase of you don't need all the damage in the world to do well. And this is also a showcase in when the Reds make the mistake, capitalize. Sending all of your ships to one side of the map and leaving the other one vulnerable, having good map awareness and seeing that we could push as far as we did, pretty much unimpeded, allowed us to make this play and set the Reds up. They set themselves up for failure. Looking back on this, I kind of feel bad for our battleship captain because should have taken out the Normandy there. And had he done that, I wasn't going to make the same mistake again. I didn't shoot at him, but the carrier on our team yanks it. So I yank one, the carrier yanks one, and if our battleship would have been able to have secured those two, that would have been a Kraken. As you can see, him taking top spot. So it felt kind of bad. I did come in second, and our destroyer captain came a little bit far down, but overall, well done. Huanghe, not a bad ship, just not one you don't see very often, and takes time to learn and helps when you have a division that knows what they're doing. So thank you again, captains. Fair winds and fair seas. Like, share, subscribe, comment below. I will see you all in the next one. Have a wonderful day.